everybody, welcome back to another video. So I apologize for the audio. I've been listening back to a lot of the recorded clips that I have, and the audio is pretty choppy, kind of like low. I'm sorry. I'll try my best. I am looking into maybe possibly getting one of those Bluetooth, I guess, like speakers that you hook up to yourself. That's another possibility. But in today's videos, we're going to try to close the gap, and by that I mean I'm going to start assessing all the stuff that needs to get done so I can get the stuff that's needed to get it complete. So I know I was looking at my fuel system, which I am running a super budget eBay one. I've seen other people like the likes of Young Sad has run it with no issues. I'm hoping I run into the same success. So yeah, because I've heard a lot of bad things about buying, like, you know, aftermarket cheapo fuel pressure regulators, but I seen him run one with no issues. I try to mimic by buying the engine mounts. Obviously I did not get the ones he got. He got like the chrome, and then I ended up getting like the Oasis brand, off-brand, anodized black, and my kit was missing bolts and stuff like that because I didn't get all the bolts like he did when I was watching his video. But other than that, I hope the fuel pressure regulator is up to par. I hope it's good. I'm going to be doing a review for you guys on that also. If not, I'm going to have to unfortunately upgrade, spend a little bit more money on something a little bit more etiquette and a little bit more up to part. Getting it out for you guys so you guys can see. I already know what I'm missing for the most part. For the most part, what I'm missing is to the return, because I am going to be using the stock fuel filter, but for the return I need to get a hard an AN to hard line fitting, which I believe is a quarter to a dash AN 6, which that's what I'm going to be running, because I have not seen other people run differently. But yeah, so that's what I was trying to see. I'm going to report for you guys, show you, which I believe, because I've seen a lot of people run the 516, but I believe that's for the feed, which I'm not going to be cutting. So, but yeah, further ado, let's get right into the video. So in a moment here, I'll be laying out my fuel stuff, so that way you guys can see what I have and what I'm working with. But yeah, it's partially almost done. I already got, for the most part, all the lines, fittings. I just need to make sure I calculate correctly on my return, and then I think I should be fine. I am missing some O-rings, but that's fine. So as we look here, which is really clutter, I don't know if it's hard to see from here. Let me see, the light is horrible. Sorry, you see, it'll focus. But if you see down there, that is the return. I'll probably put like a little arrow or something to help see you guys right there. But that is the return, and by looking at it, it looks slightly smaller than the feed. So I am lead to believe that it's probably a quarter. So when I do run my AN to hard line, I hope there's no issues. I might have to shave a little bit of that coating that it comes with off in order for it to fit perfectly, but I believe that's the size, because the breather off the charcoal canister, which I measured with my EG, sorry, let me zoom out for you guys, it's essentially the same diameter by looking at it. And then I took one of my quarter lug terminals, and essentially I passed it through, and it was the same size. So that's what I'm going to try to do. If not, that's money down the drain that I wasted. But yeah, I believe that is going to be showing you guys, because here is way better. See, we got the breather right there. There's an arrow, and then the middle one's going to be the return, which is hard to see. Sorry, I got all this stuff here. Yeah, it's gonna be super hard to see, but essentially it is the same diameter, same size as that breather one, and then obviously the far left one is going to be the feed, which in my case, this is a center feed. It's a different setup which I have here on the EG. Nonetheless, I believe the lines are pretty much the same, identical, same diameter. But for the Integra, I will be trying to keep the charcoal canister if it clears my headers, which haven't seen nobody. I'm gonna try to keep all that for the most part. I'm not even sure if the whole ignition system would work on it, but I will need a different thaw body, like I was talking to you guys about. Hope the audio is good on this. I think I keep blocking the microphone. But yeah, other than that, I believe that's the only thing that I'm gonna have to be modifying. I believe it's just pulling the hose, and then whatever's exposed, that's what I'll tap into with the AN fitting. But yeah, I believe it is a quarter, so stay tuned for that. So that way, if you guys are trying to do the same thing, you guys already know, what size. The table all set up. We got my budget here. Fuel, pressure regulator, which by the way I almost dropped. Could have been bad. Luckily it did not fall. I mean, it fell in the box, but I think in the box had been fine, opposed to landing the actual floor. But yeah, so here we have it already mocked and put the actual gauge. If it leaks or anything, I'm gonna have to tighten a little bit more up. I don't want it to go all the way crazy. Might have to switch these around depending on how I set it up. I do have a dash, I believe it's an 8 to a 6 here, or 6 to 6. I'm going to be running this dash 6 for the most part. I think it's a lot easier on my part, so I have that. The kid also brought this, like, I guess this relocating plate thing, so if you want to change it out, as you can see here, you can run a different I guess positioning. I got all these assortment of fittings, a couple of straight dash 6. Got this, I believe this is for a rubberized line, I'm not sure. It does have a smaller fitting attached to it. It comes with a whole bunch of fittings as well. I got this one right here. Let me see. I got these 90 degrees. I don't think other than that, I think it's all 90 degrees. I don't think I have any 45s or anything. And then I have this dash 4 AN line here, which I was going to be doing with the EG, but I ended up just converting it to a dash 6, which you can see here. Got a dash 4 as well there, and I do have a dash 4 fitting as well, as you guys can see. That was going to be my return on the EG, but I ended up upgrading to a dash 6. You guys can see that's a dash 6 return down over there. I just don't want that hose clamp. You guys can see I want to do something more permanent and try something different. But yeah, I do have a couple. This kid brought a couple dash 6 lines, you guys can see here, which I do have more down over there in my bin. So yeah, no issues there. I'm not really too worried. I believe I have enough to get this done. I do have a couple block off fittings here that I got myself, so no issues there. I believe I should be covered on everything when it comes to installing my fuel system. So I have it all mocked up. I'm going to leave it there for right now. I do have to take these plugs off along with this fan switch because I do not know the threads. But if you can find out what threads it is, literally just get one, like a little plug for it, because this is optional, and I'm just using it for the plug. I'm not utilizing this fan switch. I'm just using it for plug purposes, like I was saying. But yeah, I got to take these off, put some Teflon tape so it won't leak, and the same with this. But for right now, it's just being mocked. I am probably going to connect it a little bit more this way, but it is a little bit hard to get this bolt. So we'll see once I start putting all the hoses. I do have a low radiator hose. I believe it's RSX style one, so I will cant it accordingly because I am running an RSX radiator as well. But yeah, it's all mocked up and ready to go. Hopefully it won't leak. Able to fix and adjust this. I put some helicoils inside. I re-drilled it because I don't know, for some reason it's a pain putting helicoils on this side. I kept on destroying my bolts for some reason, so I'm not sure. So I think I got the hang of it, and I do have to put a washer, as you guys see from the previous one, which was ridiculous. But did have to put a washer there because they did fix this one, but they did it too short, and then this one's right flush in there. So yeah, I got it to work. So one in here, I did not put a washer here because I wanted it to go deeper inside the helicoil. Here it was deep enough, so I ended up putting a flat washer here on this side, not on this side of course because it's all perfect length, but here, so I guess it offsets because instead of putting it here, I have it over here. So, and then yeah, so this one, like I was showing you guys, I drilled it out and then I just put a bolt straight through with some nylon thread, so you guys can see in there. But hopefully everything works. This is the only pain in the butt from getting the cheapo eBay or replica mount. But yeah, this is all ready. Got the intermediate shaft ready. I hope it's the correct length. No issues there. I hope it's the correct length when it comes to installing it with all my. So for the driver's side, I do have a O'Reilly's EP3. I believe it's an EP3 or R6 base. I believe it's an R6 base. And then for the driver's side, I do have a insane shaft laying around that I had from the ED a long time ago. But I have read and seen that people usually have issues with the let's say passenger side. So hopefully, crossing my fingers, that the driver's side is the side that does not pop out. If it does, then I will have to bite the bullet and do buy one a little bit longer. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I know in the past I've read about changing, I believe, the inner and outer cup. I'm not too sure. Something like swapping it out. But like I was saying, my insane shaft, it is correct length. So hopefully I will not have no issue. We got a little mock-up action going on here. You guys can see, looking beautiful. The K-tune budget headers. You guys can see. Look at that. It clears. It even clears this. The little shield for the heat shield for the oil filter. I'm not sure about the shield for the intermediate shaft because I know with my EG. It wasn't clearing this with my 1320 performance headers, nor was it clearing this, but I'm not sure because I don't have the shield either, but I'm pretty sure it does not clear it. But yeah, it's super close. I don't think having that will actually work, but it does clear this one, so took it off just in case, but it ends up clearing it. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt this back up and then run it. I know it might be an issue to remove the oil filter, but I'll probably access it from the other side of anything. But yeah, just a mock-up action. It only came with one stud for some reason. Sorry, it came with one stud for some reason, so I put a 14mm bolt here. I usually use to hoist the engine up, just mock-up purposes. But we'll see what we'll do about that. But yeah, looking beautiful.